We need to improve this. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. A video on the workshop. We're trying to do a few upgrades. Now, those of you who follow the channel have often noticed me talking about my lighting, how I struggle. And I do struggle with the lighting, and I'll show you around. So we've got fluorescents. Now, if I hold still, is that flickering for you? I don't know. But anyway, I want to try and improve this. And what I've done so far, I have added some extra fluorescents. Got another one there, and another one there over where the sink will be when I get plumbing. And that's obviously over the press. And we had another dark area over here, so I put another one in there. And oh, by the way, don't follow any electrical instructions from me, because I put that one in and I turned it on and turned the power on. And oh, lovely jubbly. I thought, great, that was perfect. Turned it off with the old, and it stayed on. And like an idiot, I actually wired it into the switch wire, which was permanently live. So yes, don't follow me, I'm rubbish. Anyway, what I have done, or what I've got, is I've bought some of these, which are LED tubes. So basically we can take these out and replace them with LEDs from fluorescent. So hopefully it will stop the flickering. We're upstairs now, and if you're wondering why am I bothering keeping the fittings for the fluorescents, it's because I've got loads here. You see, I've got loads up here, so I may as well use them. This is all from inside the house. I've been changing them. So this is why I'm sticking with fluorescent fittings at the moment and converting. So I've picked 5 of these up. I got these from Screwfix. They were about £15 each. So I'm planning on changing that one, that one, that one, and the double. Core, blimey, got a flicker there. See, this is what I want to stop. And the double above there. Now, I think I've read on these. These were about, did I say that? They were about £15 each. These ones I think would be quite easy because they've got a ballast, a screw and ballast. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm not sure about this one. This has got an electronic ballast. So I'm sure there's a way of doing it. Sorry, I've got to catch this flickering. Where are we flickering from? Is it that one? That's flickering like Billy O. See, on my eyes that's not flickering, but on here it's flickering. This is one I want to stop. But anyway, let's get on with this. And while we're here, I'll do a very, very quick workshop update. Upstairs, nothing's changed. I have got some insulation to do the roof, but I haven't done it yet. We are in a bit of a mess. There's no cars in here. But yeah, I've got a few plumbing issues going on in the house, so we're in a bit of a mess here. Just picked that one up. That oil boiler, 20 quid. We'll see if it works. It might be okay. In my plans, I'm thinking I might put it there, and then we'll have hot water, and I might put a few radiators in there because it gets damp in here. And I've got a lot of tools that I've built up over the years, and some of them are starting to go a little bit rusty. So I want to protect against that. So roll with it. You know, if we can get this one set up and it's dirt cheap, yes. Anyway, back to the tour. Blaster, she's working beauty. Nice little bit of kit. Hung up a few more things. Got the old, what was it? Street Jammer. I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, the scooter, that is such a hoot. That is so dangerous on our slabs outside. It's slippery, but what a hoot. Yeah, hanging the stuff up, and yeah. And oh yeah, I forgot. This one's working now. Converted that one to 240 if you saw on Instagram. Yes, well done. You know, always follow us on Instagram, Larks_workshop, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's working a treat. Done a few jobs with that one already. And I might have a bit of a change around with what I do, because I don't know. Normally I put the car here. It is a pain to get in around those steps. But I was wondering, is it worth me putting more stuff at that end and having the car more at this end? But then we're a bit narrower. I don't know. Anyway, any ideas, give us a shout. One other thing we've changed is we've insulated the door. So I know there's lots of gaps around. You can see the daylight all around. Yes, that is daylight. But this is a start. I've got some rubber that I'm going to try and seal those gaps with. Obviously, rubber sheet, and hopefully that'll stop the drafts. But yeah, I just don't want my tools going rusty in here. Which, you know, it's taken me years to get all these tools together. It'd be a shame to ruin them. Back to the job at hand. Let's start with this one. So let's take the diffuser off. This is just a clip. Some I've got these, some haven't. I have been asked, why do I leave the diffuser on them? Because, you know, it does restrict some of the light. The reason is because I'm scared of hitting them. This is where, you know, stuff goes in and out, and I'm scared of knocking these lamps off. So, I mean, these might be a bit warm, but not too bad. Let's squeeze that out. Just a standard tube. And if I unhook you briefly, alright, I hope you can see, but that is one of the starters up there. So if you got one of these with a starter, sometimes they're on the side. Let me find one. Sometimes they look like that, and that you just give it a quarter turn and it pops out. You see it? That thing there. But on these, they're mounted upwards. So let's just, there we go. Take that out, and then we'll get one of the tubes out on the bench and have a look what's in there. Right, so these are 5-foot tubes. They say 1540 millimeters, 28 millimeter diameter, 20 watt. So in the box we get that little thing there, which replaces the starter, and then obviously the tube, which is well packaged in. Well, it's well protected in that. These are glass. I expected them to be plastic, but anyway, they look pretty much the same as a tube, except it says LED in it. I don't know if you can see any of that. I don't want to smash it on the side. There you go. It says they're 4000K, cooled white. See what happens. Let's chuck it in, shall we? Let's try and get this thing that replaces the starter in. I would recommend that you turn your power off before doing this, but my batteries run out on my torch. So anyway, this just replaces the starter. Let's try that, and let's put the tube in. Oh, there's a line on this. Can you see that line? There's a line there. I would have guessed that one should go upwards. So if we just pop this in, and see what happens. Oh, right, well, there's no flicker. What do you reckon? Does that look any brighter? Sorry, I'm going to shake you. Obviously we haven't got the diffuser on. Is there any flickering on that? Don't think so. Doesn't look particularly any brighter. Right, well, I'll put the diffuser back on that and we'll do these other three, or other two, and see what happens. Well, that didn't take very long at all. Just a few minutes. I'm not sure what the difference is. Is there any flickering? Don't appear so. I wouldn't say they're any brighter, but definitely if your tubes are gone, this might be worth changing. What I'll do is I'll take a picture now and I'll have a before and after and we'll see what you think. Next up we've got this double one, and the clips are all broken, so zip ties does the job. Right, before we go delving in this, we will be isolating the electric, but let's just get this off while we can see. Right. I do apologise if it's gone a bit dark here, it's obvious why. Hang on. I've charged my torch. Let's have a look. So we've got this electronic starter. So somehow we've got to bypass that the same as those little jobbins did with the other starter. So I might even have to read the instructions. Well, the instructions were absolutely useless that came with that. All they cover is that type, you know, with the starter in it. So I've managed to find this. This is on the Philips website. If I can find it again, I'll put a link in the description. Sorry for the funky lighting. But basically, this is what we're looking at doing here. So we're bypassing that HF starter. So we've got to get a live to the end of both tubes. Then the other side of the tube, it's linked. And then the other end of the tube goes to neutral. So I'm going to have to turn the lights off because I'm fiddling around with electrics on this. And you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So what I'll do is I'll do it. I'm only going to do it with chocolate blocks or connector blocks, whatever you want to call them. And then I'll show you what I've done after. I don't think I'm even going to pull these out because I might just crop them back because I've got plenty of excess here. Anyway, I'll see what I've done. I'll show you what I've done after I've done it. Right, so I followed this diagram here. And I've done it in true dragger style because don't do what I say because I am not an electrician. I am a dragger. And if I have a problem, I've got a Graham that I talk to. So you need to find yourself a Graham because he's the sparky, he knows all. Anyway, so we've got our live coming in and I've got that's live, obviously the red, linked with that one going to the top 2 pins on that side. Yeah. Next, coming back, we've got a green and a blue, which basically link the bottom 2 pins. Can you see? Sorry. That green, that blue, so that links those 2. And then from this side, the top 2 are neutrals going back, which is black. So I'm going to put some tubes in the back. I'm going to leave it like this for now. I know it's a bit, you know, fudged up. Sorry about darkness. But if it works, I'll solder them up properly. So I'm going to put some tubes in and then I'm going to put that fuse in and see what happens. All right, so the tubes are in there behind. And we're going to try and put this fuse in without getting a shock. It's the wrong way around. Let's try again. Oh, sorry. Ah! Ooh. There we go. What do you reckon? Well, is that more flickery or not? Don't know. Anyway, it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up the wiring in here, then put it back on. I'll see you in a sec. And here we go. So I've got rid of those chocolate block connectors and just tidied it up and soldered and heat shrunk. Proper job. Let's throw it back in and see what it looks like with the diffuser on. There we go. What do you think? Well, I'll put a photo in before and after from here as well. But we're still flickering, but obviously I'm guessing that's from this one. But it doesn't look too bad here. I don't think, personally, I haven't looked at the footage, so this is what I'm thinking. I don't think that these are any brighter than the fluorescents I had. But if it stops the flickering when we're here, which I think it does, that's got to be an improvement. So you can see it flickering over here. That must be from that one. Or I don't know. Anyway, we've got lots of flickering from the fluorescents. So in my opinion, these aren't an improvement on brightness, but for me, they're stopping the flickering to a certain extent on these ones, obviously not them. So for me, that's good. But if you've got to replace your tubes, yeah, why not? Why not go for these? They've got a real long life and they turn on immediately. So yeah, for a replacement, good. For an improvement, don't know. Right guys, that's it for today. I hope this was of some use to you if you want to replace your fluorescents with LEDs. Like I was saying just a second ago, not sure if they're an improvement as such in brightness, perhaps longevity and power consumption, I guess. And obviously you got the instant startup. So yes, it's good in that sense. Hopefully it'll make a difference to the filming in here with the less flickering, even though I'm probably stood underneath a flickering fluorescent. So let's move back here. Sorry. Yeah, so if it's any good, give us a thumbs up. Look us up on Instagram, larks_workshop, and consider subscribing if you would. And I hope to see you next time. Cheers then. Well, replace your... Blah. Well, that's not going to work. I've got to take the tubes out.